Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm sure you could tell by the title that this is going to be more of a chit-chat style video, and I'm sure you could tell by the title that it's going to be about what is considered age appropriate. I really am looking for your opinion and your feedback on this topic because something has been bothering me recently. I recently got a comment on one of my lookbook videos, and I'll go ahead and link that video in the description box so that you can read it for yourself, because I don't ever really delete any negative comments. I feel like if somebody's going to leave a negative comment, that's feedback for me, especially if other people are liking it or agreeing with it or something like that. So I typically leave those there. Anyways, it said something along the lines of, you should burn all of your clothes. Just because you can wear something doesn't mean you should. And then something about, women over the age of 40 should never dress like that, blah, 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 blah. It was definitely very insulting, and it was definitely very offensive. And it's kind of funny because I am all about constructive criticism. And when somebody actually leaves me a comment that is constructive criticism, I am very gracious in my response to them. I know not everybody is going to agree with the way that I do my makeup or the way that I dress or the way that I shape or color my eyebrows, and that's okay. I don't expect everybody to like the way that I do things. I'm sure sometimes you're looking at the video going, if you had darker hair, you know what I mean? So, and that's okay. That's okay to express your opinion like that, as long as you don't resort to insults. That's when it becomes just offensive, and that's when it just becomes childish on that end, But anyways, that comment definitely got me thinking, because I have seen comments similar to that comment on other women's channels, especially on their lookbooks. I've seen comments like, you're too old to be wearing a dress that short or showing that much leg, or, you're too big to be wearing that outfit, or you're too old to be showing cleavage. So my question is, what is age appropriate? Are there certain rules that we should be living by, or should we live by any rules at all? I think the thing that bothers me the most is that you never hear men sitting around going, wow, that woman is dressed so inappropriate for her age, or, that girl shouldn't be wearing such a tight-fitting t-shirt at a child's soccer game, I can promise you men are not sitting around talking about stuff like that. So it's us women that are tearing each other down. I just don't understand that mentality. The other day I was at the grocery store, and I was behind a woman she looked about my age. She could have been a few years older than me. And she had a tank top on, short shorts, tennis shoes. She clearly just left the gym. And her body was impeccable. She was so toned and so muscular, and she looked fantastic to me. There was nothing in me that thought to myself, how dare you wear those short shorts, to H-E-B like that, Never would that have crossed my mind, because the only thing that I was thinking was, wow, I am 44 years old. You're clearly my age or older, and somehow you have managed to get your body to look like that. That is not easy to do. I know it. I have not worn shorts publicly, besides like to the beach or something like that, but not to the store, to a park or anything like that. I have not worn shorts in probably 3 or 4 years because I'm not happy with the way that my legs look. And I exercise pretty regularly, so I know that she had to spend a lot of time eating right, exercising, taking care of her physique, and that is very respectable to me. That's very admirable. So I just don't understand that mentality. Now, not to say that I think that everything is appropriate. I know for me, myself, I'm never going to go out publicly wearing a crop top shirt. I don't know, I would not feel comfortable in it. Not to say that you shouldn't, and if you feel comfortable in it and you think you look great in it, go wear a crop top shirt somewhere. I'm not going to be offended by it, nor am I going to walk up to you and criticize you for it. It's funny how in YouTube land and in internet world, everybody's just so unfiltered and so, free to say exactly what's on their mind to people, even though it's not something that they would do straight face to face with somebody else. Because most of the time, especially these comments that are really negative and really insulting, oftentimes, it's a fake account with a fake profile. Most people that are willing to be that ugly won't do it showing their true identity because they're not brave enough. But for some reason they have all this hate and animosity, and I think it's really childish and really silly. But another way that I think about it is, whenever we're younger, usually right around like middle school, that's when we really start to kind of develop our identities. I know that's when I became a blonde. And from that point forward, I just said, I'm always going to be a blonde. But it's about that age, kind of junior high, high school age, when people really start to take on an identity. Some of us are really into accessories and love to really dress things up. Some of us are more of a boho chic kind of hippie style. Some of us are punk rocker or very alternative style, and then as we go to college and stuff, we might grow out of some of those identities, but then we grow into others. Some of us have like different color hair, and that's how we express ourselves. Some of us get tattoos all over our bodies, and that becomes kind of our identity. And then after that, it's like we all take on different professions. I am a stay-at-home mom who volunteers once a week at the school. Some women work in the corporate world, and every day they report to an office and are among a lot of other business associates and report to a boss. There are some women that are school bus drivers, or some women that are teachers, or some women that are nurses. Obviously, if that's the case, our closets are all going to look different. For me, I don't ever go into an office. There's no reason for me to go shopping to buy a bunch of slacks and blazers and collared shirts and something that's, very office appropriate. When I did work in an office, I used to shop at Banana Republic because that was the style. That to me fit the idea of what you're supposed to be wearing to an office. But now I don't. Now I'm very, very casual. So in my lookbooks, you're not going to see anything that ever looks really professional. On top of it, my husband and I both work from home. We own several rental properties. That is how we make a living. So neither one of us have to report to an office ever. We're never going to a bunch of work-related social events, or work-related Christmas parties or New Year's Eve parties. So when you go into my husband's closet, you don't see a bunch of collared shirts and a bunch of ties and suits and stuff. And when you go to my closet, you don't see a bunch of business attire. You don't see a lot of slacks or a lot of high heels or, anything that most women, wear into a business office. And so when I create lookbooks, my lookbooks are basically like what I may wear if we go out to dinner, or what I may wear if we go, I don't know, somewhere where I want to dress a little bit better than what I do on a regular basis, which is extremely, extremely casual, jeans, t-shirts, stuff like that. But again, my question is, at what point do we just lose our identity altogether? I remember one time I heard a woman say, nobody wants to see 50-year-old cleavage. And I thought, maybe her husband wants to see her 50-year-old cleavage. Maybe she feels good and sexy when she's showing cleavage. I don't show cleavage much anymore. I might, if me and my husband go out dancing one night or something like that, I might throw on a cute dress that shows a little cleavage. And I'm not going to feel bad about it because I'm 44 years old. Why is age 40 the age where we should all start looking alike and taking on the same identity? Heaven forbid somebody wear shorts over the age of 40, or a strapless dress, or show cleavage, or have long hair. That is the one I feel like that bothers me so much, because if I could have long hair, I totally would have long hair, and I'm 44 years old, but whenever my hair starts to get long, it starts to get stringy, and it just does not look good. Granted, I've always had layers, and I'm growing them out now, so hopefully I will be able to have long hair soon. But whenever I see another woman over the age of 40 with long hair, I think it looks so beautiful. I think it looks so feminine, and it's just, I feel like they look so striking and just so gorgeous. I think it's beautiful. So my point is that it's hard enough to age, especially after age 40. I think that things really start to progress really fast as far as the aging process is concerned, and it can be very disheartening. And it's hard sometimes to look in the mirror and go, wow, that's me now. I don't look the same. It's hard to accept some of the physical changes that take place, I'm sure there's some people that don't think that part of the aging process is difficult. But for a lot of us it is, otherwise we wouldn't all be purchasing all these anti-aging, the anti-aging industry is probably one of the wealthiest industries in the world. Women are the ones who predominantly buy skincare, and it's because we're trying to stop the clock and we're trying to reverse some of the things. We're already having to deal with the crow's feet and, the brittle hair and the sunspots on our chest. And so why put these rules out there about, the way that women should dress. If we have no control over, some aspects of the aging process, then why make all these rules about, how women over the age of 40 should be dressing? I feel like you should dress in whatever manner makes you feel the prettiest, makes you feel the most confident, makes you feel the sexiest. It's okay to want to feel and look pretty and sexy after age 40. It's okay. I feel like some people get angry if you want to continue to have any type of sex appeal after a certain age, and I just think that's silly. So anyways, I just kind of wanted to get that off my chest. Do we have permission? Are we allowed to dress the way that we feel our best? That is the question. Or should we all just throw in the towel and take on the same identity because now we're over age 40? So I'm really curious to know what your feedback and what your opinions are about that. I really look forward to reading the comments in the comment section. And thank you for watching.